everyone, this is Direwolf20, and welcome to episode 6 of Direwolf20's OceanBlock series. We're just setting up a few things here. So last episode, we did a good job with this stuff. Lithium is up and running. We've got a giant energy storage device that will hold lots and lots of power for us, which is nice. It's, 1% full at this point, give or take. Yeah, it's a little smidge over 1%, I guess, but it's barely there. We got 2 billion RF stored. We've got 204 billion capacity. We're gonna go a little bit nuttier than that, though. We know that the future holds even more ridiculous numbers. However, before we get there, I need to get my nuclear reactor in a state where it can run continuously. And in order to do that, we're going to have to deal with this nuclear waste that's being produced. We have 171 buckets or so of nuclear waste that we need to start processing. And in order to do that, we're going to need a couple things. So first off, let's talk about that. So as a reminder, nuclear waste can be turned into either plutonium or polonium, and then these two things can be turned into polonium pellets, which are used for lots of cool, fancy, advanced gadgetry. That, in order to get the polonium, we're going to need a solar neutron reactor. We can also get plutonium, which is going to be nice, but not all that useful yet. Maybe at some point soon it'll be good to have, but my priority is going to be polonium. For sure. Now, we're also going to need to store our spent nuclear waste, because this stuff is just complete garbage and there's nothing you can do with it except wait for it to, be a problem. However, in order to get the polonium, which is the stuff I want, we need a solar neutron activator, which needs HDPE sheets. HDPE sheets are made with HDPE pellets. It's pretty much the only thing they can do except make rods, and the rods are used to make plastic, which is used to make a pipe wrench from pipes, and that's about it. So, I don't see a whole lot of use for those. So what I'm going to do today is real quick automate using an enrichment chamber and a pressurized reaction chamber to make HDPE pellets. So to make these HDPE pellets, we need liquid ethylene, we need oxygen, and we need substrates. Now, the good news is we're basically 90% of the way there with the gas burning generator ethylene that we're producing. So I think the gas burning generator is no longer needed. Let's get rid of that, dude. And then we're going to get rid of this. And instead of that, we're going to have a flux point. And we'll hook this up on the Direwolf20 network. Huzzah, to get everybody back up and running, producing, you guessed it, ethylene somewhere. Yeah, you need more of this stuff. Is this what's up? Yeah, this is what's up. How am I for potatoes? You know what I'm going to do? You know what I'm going to do? We're going to get you a little bit tick accelerated just to get you going again. And we'll even probably give you a little bit of help by way of potatoes. Cool. Now that we're producing ethylene once more, which is good, we're going to want to turn that ethylene into liquid ethylene, which needs a rotary condensator. Cool. So rotary condensator, control-click. And then let's also get ourselves the basic fluid tank that we're going to need to go along with that. Cool. Sweet. Rotary condensator, good to go. So you, sir, are going to turn your ethylene into liquid ethylene. Sweet. Easy peasy enough. And then what you're going to do, let's move you for a sec. How do I want to process this? I'm not 100% sure, but let's put you here. Let's put some ultimate universal cable here. I don't think I need this anymore. The liquid ethylene is going to be combined with oxygen in a pressurized reaction chamber. And substrates, which we happen to have in this drawer right here. Okay, so pressurized reaction chamber, control-click, all that stuff. And the pressurized needs an enrichment chamber, which, by the way, we're going to need another one of anyway, so, Let's get 2 of them. Come on, enrichment chamber, let's go. And then pressurized reaction chamber. Should be lickety split. There we go. Okay, so you need to combine with oxygen. So how about we set your gases? So fluids will come in from all sides, right? But gases, I'm going to input on the bottom. And let's swing over to here, where we have... So our electrolytic separator, let's set the light blue oxygen output for gas. Output 1 is on the right. Cyan will output out the front of this bad boy. How's that sound? And then we can get an ultimate pressurized tube. Let's do this and this. Now, did somebody tell me in the comments in today's video that there's a... Oh, I can put... Oh, you're a curio? Where does it tell me that this is a curio? Nowhere, but I'll take it. Well, that's kind of cool. So now I can have my high-capacity tank and my jetpack equipped at the same time? Yes, please. Okay, so you should be producing oxygen. Now, my only problem is that when hydrogen's full, it's not going to produce any more oxygen. So that might be a little bit of a problem, but we'll figure that out. We could just let you run at all times. Do I have upgrades in you? I don't. So your power usage is meh. So what if we just dump excess on both and you're running all the time? Is that cool? And maybe even we'll get some mechanism upgrades. We'll get like 4 of each. Does that sound cool to put in you? Just so that you're like, you know, kind of good. Now you are doing that and that, so that's perfect. Well, we'll see if we need you on all. I'm going to hold off on doing the upgrades thing. We'll see. And then if we were to get some logistical pipes, and we set you, let's set your item interface to nothing, because you really don't need items nowhere, right? Yeah, no items for you. But you can input items in the front, and you'll output to the right with auto eject. Cool. So if we were to do boop, boop, you should do that. And now we're getting HDPE pellets. And we're also getting oxygen, by the by. Which I might want to... I'll probably just want to void this. Because at some point he's just going to backstuff this oxygen. So what if we said gases output out the top into here, and then you just dump excess. So you'll store the oxygen, it'll dump the excess. This will never back stuff with oxygen. Yes, I know, oxygen, I get it, I know, tough. Any questions? Now, HDPE pellets, let's auto enrichment chamber you with ultimate universal cables. You're gonna need some power. I can hear you're already running though, so that's a good sign. Perfect, HDPE sheets. And then if we got ourselves an ender chest, why am I not seeing the ender chest? Am I just totally YouTuber blindness or what? Okay, what I'm going to do is take these HDPE sheets, put them in a drawer. You guys, I don't need no mores. And you are there. You've got a storage upgrade, so, you know, 64 stacks should be enough. And then it'll void upgrade. And this thing will just run forever, and I'm okay with that. Deal? So your config for items is to output out the top. And that, I think, is pretty cool. Right? I think that's cool. And now we've got HDPE sheets, which we can use to make our solar neutron activator. Huzzah! I'm cool with that. And then we don't need our gas burning generator no more. Because we're about to basically power everything with nuclear. So there's no point, you know, having the gas burning generator is like, okay, that's cool, but also not at all necessary. Now, you said that you can make browns for me somewhere, but you don't seem to be doing it. You don't seem to be doing it. Is bronze not a... Ooh, look at you. All right, cancel that, cancel that, cancel that. Somebody's just being all stuck and gummy. Yes. Bronze ingots. Are they not auto-craftable? They might not be. Yeah, they're red. Okay, cool. What can I do mechanism-wise to make bronze ingots? Is there a mechanism-y way? Metallurgic infuser with tin? I hate that. I hate everything about that. We could use the induction smelter. I'm pretty sure we even have one. Ah! The most annoying mobs in the game. I know, I haven't slept. So sue me. Or send those monsters at me and just make them annoying. Yep, bye. Bye. Okay. So, universal cable, we'll do... Can you connect? You can, good. Okay, cool. And then you're gonna... that. And then you're gonna logistical transporter you. Your side config will be input from the top, output out the back, auto output enabled. And then we just need a decent looking iron crafter. And then we will tell you that bronze ingots work like that. Sweet. And I mean, we could augment this at some point or whatever, but you know, I was mostly focused on mechanism this playthrough. I think we did thermal last series, so I, you know me, I like to take turns. If I get to the point where I need more things, then I'll deal with those more things being needed. Hey, why you no want to extract and dump? You no want to auto push? Boo, we're gonna have to do this. Not that that's a big deal, but it's just kind of cool when it automatically works, isn't it? All right, solar neutron activator. Let's get ready to hook up this setup. All right, so let's figure out how we want to do this. How about step one? We will dump into a radioactive waste barrel from the waste tank. And this yellow one is your nuclear waste out thingy, right? So that'll dump into a temporary storage tank, which will then go into a solar neutron activator. Now, the trick is I have to remember how to insert into these, because I remember them being very specific about their sidedness. One of the few mechanism machines that didn't get a this is how it connects, dude, thing to it, but I'm pretty sure if I remember correctly it was on the down. So that should be all she wrote, or maybe. If we want, we can also wrench this guy down so that he's a little bit like that. Yeah, looks nice. And then this dude should just need power, which can be just a... Well, actually, he doesn't need power because he's solar. He's solar powered, right? So, like, there's no power connector. He just needs to spit out whatever, right? Polonium, which I assume is a gas? I'm not 100% sure. Could be a liquid. I have no idea what polonium is. No idea what polonium counts as. But polonium should quickly, using fluorite dust, make polonium pellets, which are stable. So let's just put a pressurized reaction chamber right in front of it. Does that sound cool? So if I remember correctly, you need an enrichment chamber to craft a pressurized reaction chamber. Is that right? Oh my goodness, we have like no fluorite. But we have lots of fluorite essence, so we're good. So we're good. Look at all the things we have to make. My goodness, that's a lot of things, to be fair. Okay, pressurized reaction chamber, go. So I'm pretty sure you spit out the front. So let's have you for... Let's have you do all the things. We might want energy on the bottom. Does that sound like a plan? I think so. I think so. And he also needs water, right, for polonium? Yes, water. So I could just tap into this one, or I could have a dedicated pump right here. Dedicated pump sounds fun, right? Yeah. We could also export bus, because remember we have a... Yeah, but I think I'm just going to go with a dedicated pump, because why not? Why not? Let's get ourselves a flux point. Okay, so you're going to want mechanical pipes. Your side config for fluids will be input on the left, will be dark red. That would be, I guess that. Is there a different input? So he can eject, so that's all. Okay, yeah, that's fine. We'll just do that. And then the pump. What if we did it this way? Completely backwards. Universal dude here. Flux dude here. Darwell 20's network. So now you should be getting power and water. Nice. So the polonium will spit in there. So let's make the assumption that that's a gas, and we're going to input on the back, right? Now, when you're making that, you're going to also have spent nuclear waste. So we're going to have to deal with that for sure. How about we put on the top a nice sized drawer? Or do I want to... What I could do is just ender chest this back to the main base and have it, you know, going into a thing. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do that. And then for spent nuclear waste, we're going to have to figure that out a little bit. So let's call that a gas that goes out to the right. For ultimate pressurized tubes, if I run you down here, I just want to make sure that you're not connecting to any other pressurized tube, which it looks like at this current moment it doesn't. We're going to want to be careful once we have a thing here. Because if I decide that I want to have an output here for plutonium, we want to make sure that we don't cross the streams. Crossing the streams is bad. Don't cross the streams. And then where do we want to set up? Like, should we build like a little building down here with which to things and stuff, or what? Oh. What if we like put way underground? How about vertical column? Let's make it 5. Does that seem pretty cool? Kind of like that. Build me maybe horizontal column. If I do this, oh, it's right. That's right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That would be a 9 by 9. Yes. How do we feel about that? Place on top. And then we undo. Actually, no, I still want you there. Never mind. I think there's a sneaky way to undo this. But I'm not quite sure. How do we feel about this? Right? Throw a few radioactive waste barrels in here, maybe a little elevator or two. And Bob's your uncle? Let's see. Can I get an elevator straight up from here? That'll get me into here. With that covered up. Yes! Beautiful! That's cool, right? Sneaky underground waste containment facility? That sounds kind of cool. I like that. Right? Eh? Cool? And then what we'll want to do, effectively, is run our pressurized tubes. Hopefully they don't waterlog. Okay, good, they don't. Right into here. And then what we can do from there is just store the waste. Give me like 20 more of them real quick. That would be cool. I like this, right? This will be neat. And then if we need to expand this room, we easily can. Because we might at some point. I don't know. We'll see. There's a decent amount of waste storage, but it's going to be a lot. What I would love to be able to do is monitor the total amount of fluid capacity, or gas, I guess, capacity. I don't know if there's like a really good way to do that, though. I mean, I could probably do it with integrated dynamics. Probably. Give me a stack of these real quick, and while I'm waiting for them. And a stack. Perfect timing. Cool. Yeah, I bet with integrated dynamics there'd be a clever way to do it. Right? Probably. But it would require, I think, connecting to each of these, and that's also assuming that integrated dynamics has a way to measure mechanism gas, which it may or may not, because mechanism gas is different from fluids. So, I don't know. I'll think about it. It would be really nice to have like a display up here that just says like total percent full and tells me like 0% full, 1% full. And then like when it gets high, I can come in and add more barrels. That would be neat. I'm going to have to like play around in a test world to see if there's a good way to make that happen. All right. So I think our next steps now would be 1, 2, extract from there. And I think we're good. Think we're good. You, sir. Let's have you redstone normal you. And we're going to put a lever here. And you run with a lever activating you. So if I were to now take an ultimate pressurized tube, you, sir, no gas stored. You took all your heated coolant. All right, cool. Nuclear waste 10,000. It's probably a bunch of waste is inside the gas line there. And if I activate you, you're going to start processing. Sweet. And you're filling up. And I need fluorite dust. So let's get ready for that fun time. I might need to entangle to make this easy. All right, and you go into a crushing factory. Let's get ourselves an exporter. Let's get ourselves a crafter card. And maybe a couple speed upgrades for Buddy Exporter. Cool. And fluorite dust. Cool. And you know how to make fluorite, right? Yes, good. Boom. Just checking. Alright, so you're the buddy who needs the fluorite. So let's put the entangle block here. Let's put the exporter here. Let's get the entangle connector here. Let's clear whatever he's currently bound to, if anything. You're now bound to that. You're doing that. And you get fluorite dust with a crafting upgrade and 3 speed upgrades, and then you get some cable run out to here. And this will allow us to easily insert fluorite into the thing. Now, in terms of items config, I guess you're back? Yeah, you are back. Okay, awesome, sweet. All right, now we're cooking. Cooking. All right, cool. And we're getting polonium pellets, which is good. Now, these are not radioactive, I'm pretty sure, right? They're stable. If we were to pop into our nuclear waste room and we were to shift-click, yes, we have a small amount of spent nuclear waste chilling. Now, if I remember correctly, I think they all... I think it, like, relatively evenly distributes, so a lot of these guys should be pretty similar in terms of storage amount. You know, it may not be perfect, but it's going to be pretty darn close. So that's good news. Let's go put polonium in a thing, and it'll avoid excess. And you know what? Just to make sure, like, we never... We're going to want a lot of these dudes, so let's get an emerald upgrade for the drawer. I don't think we're going to need much more than that, though. Yeah, you can hold 320 stacks now. I think that's good, right? Are we voiding anything yet? Not really. Copper. We're voiding copper. And lithium dust, apparently. I guess we did a good job with lithium. It's already being voided. It's awesome. It's awesome. All right, and then if we were to get a ender chest, boop, and you can do items, output, eject, and polonium is now happening. Boom! Look at that. How cool. Now, remember, Solon Neutron only works at night. That's okay. No gas stored, also okay. And you are empty. So we've burned through all our spent nuclear waste, so now it's time to turn on our reactor again. Cool. And let's set you to a number that's not unreasonable. Like 20? Does that sound like a reasonable number? He should have no problem keeping up. We'll keep an eye on it for a few minutes just to make sure. But our production is 456,000 RF per tick. Theoretically, I should be able to set this to 52 and be fine. Because the problem that we ran into in the past was the voiding of the energy, right? Now that we're voiding energy, it shouldn't matter. We would just want to make sure that we can keep up with the water return and all that. So if I set you to like 45, your temperature seems nice and stable-ish. Just because it blew up last time and I didn't think it should have. Right? But 45 seems like a pretty good number. fluid, coolant, all that stuff seems pretty cool. Steam. We're doing 1,000,000 RF a tick. We're outputting 1,000,000 RF a tick. We're voiding 0. And we're inputting 1,000,000 RF a tick. I mean, questions, concerns, Bueller. I feel like that's a pretty good thing. Water nice and stable. Now, fissile fuel might be a problem because I feel like, you know, I don't know how much is in this buffer. This buffer is a little bit hard to validate and check. You know, this guy's empty. He's got, you know, he has a big buffer, this gas fissile fuel pipe. So fissile fuel might be a problem. You know what I can also do, by the by? We can disable the limit on this guy. And our problem might be uranium seeds. Right? Because... I'll probably want to just amp up our uranium seeds thing. What I might do is just have like a dedicated uranium seed maker with like lots of upgrades. So like rather than just having 2 uranium seeds here, literally have like an 8-slot uranium seeds, all the things, right? And have a bunch, maybe even go like tier 3 or even tier 4 growth accelerators. So the things like boom, 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 uranium seeds like crazy. Maybe. Maybe. We'll see. Debating, thinking about it, considering it. I would almost want it to have a dedicated harvester, but we would see. Though it seems like it harvests pretty quickly, right? It's pretty good about harvesting. They don't seem like they're, you know, doing too bad of a job of being harvested. And I'm sure I'm at the point where I can have more add-on upgrades, right? Efficiency and speed. Speed tier 2 is what I would probably want. I could teach you how to make that. 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. And you should have your fluid in there as well. Okay. And then also you need to be a thing. Do you not know how to make these? You should know how to make these. Dissolution chamber, where are you? There you are. Missing 2 glass paint. Really? You don't know how to make those? I am shocked, sir. I am shocked. How is that not a thing we know how to make already? Right? Nice! No, not there. Can you not go in there? Do you need to be here? Oh, sweet. That's cool. So I should teach you efficiency speed too. Didn't they used to be that you need tier 1 in there in order to have tier 2? I guess that's no longer a thing. So why don't I teach you... Whoops, wrong thing. Why don't I teach you how to exist? And then we can have the efficiency add-on for tier 2, and that would be spiffy. Sweet. Should throw them in this thing. Yeah, he's slow. He's slow to craft, but we also don't make them a lot. Yeah, so I'm thinking dedicated uranium. Also, why you backstuffed on obsidian seeds? Didn't I void upgrade all my drawers that are in the thing? I better double check that. All right, so I feel like that's a good wrapping up point for the episode. So let's wrap up here. I'm gonna go make sure all my drawers underground have enough, you know, voiding and whatnot. And then we'll come back next episode. So I should be able to get into this with this, right? And shift click him. Yeah, so he's voiding, so that's good. We'll come back next episode. And what I'll do between episodes is probably... Are you voiding? You are not, so there's a problem. Void upgrade, please. You're voiding, so that's good. I'll probably set up the uranium seeds like I was talking about. And then... Boy, oh boy, I don't even know. You also need a void upgrade. Goodness, Dyer. Man, I'm terrible at doing the right thing here. Bad Direwolf. Oh my goodness. Lots of you don't have void upgrades, but see, lots of uranium seeds. Well, that's good. I can't access them from there. That's fine. Alright, wrapping up point. Devil 20 signing off. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. I'm going to make a dedicated planter for uranium. Maybe even have some inferium soil. I don't know how much that'll help, but it can't hurt. The top tier soil, I mean the supremium, whatever it is. How are you doing, by the way? So you've got a stack of 1024, and you've got 174 stacks of inferium essence. So you're not bad. But I don't know how much that equates to supremium. It might not be as much as you think. That's all I'm saying. Alright, wrapping up point. Devil 20 signing off. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Take it easy.